Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra Unit 9.3 Notes, Video 2. If you are just clicking on this and you're like, yo, Mr. Grice, I didn't fill out the first part of this, go back and watch Video 1. This is Video 2. We're on the back page now. Okay, so what we're going to talk about. We are continuing our graphing of functions in vertex form without a table. There is a pattern to everything, okay? In order to graph quadratics where a equals 1 or a equals -1, the best thing to do is to memorize the pattern, okay? This is why we focus so much on the vertex. Remember, the vertex cuts everything in half, and then it's a mirror image of itself, okay? So, the first point, we have to go right 1, up 1, and right 1, okay? So, for the first point, we go up 1, over 1. And then from there, we go up 3, right 1. So we would go up 3, right 1. And if you look at it, and then if you get really lazy, I'm 2 points that way. So we go 2 over there. I'm 1 and 1. You can just do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay? So remember this one, when it's just x squared, this is our parent function. This is the basic one, and then we can just follow the shifts and everything by looking at the equation. Okay, so this is to graph each function and identify any shifts or reflection compared to its parent function, f of x equals x squared. Then identify its domain and range. So we are not using a table. Let's go ahead and get this done. Okay, remember the first thing we need to find is the vertex. Mr. Grice, there's no parentheses. Well, this is what we talked about in that first video. That's really saying x plus 0 squared minus 3. Okay, x plus 0. It cancels out, so we don't need it. But the vertex would be 0, -3. Okay, so is there a reflection? None. Okay, there's no reflection. It's going to open up. All right, horizontal shift from left to right. Remember, that's what that 0 tells us. Okay, in the vertex, is there a horizontal shift? Nope. And then the last thing is the vertical shift. We can either look at it in the equation or we can tell from the vertex. And from the vertex, either one, it's telling us it's negative, that we have to go down 3. Okay, so let's graph. I have to go down 3, but then everything else stays the same. I go up 1, over 1, and then I go up 3, over 1. And then I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, all I did was follow the pattern. And then I'm going to graph the equation. There we go. Now, the domain for this, always in a quadratic, the x is all real numbers. But for the range, we have to pay attention to it. Okay. Now, it looks like it equals -3. So y can equal -3, but it's also greater than -3. Okay, so y is greater than or equal to -3. All right, I'm going to do number 6, and then I want you guys to try number 5. Okay, so first thing we got to do is the vertex. We take the opposite of 3, which is -3, and then 8. So is there a reflection? Yes. Okay, so our graph is going to be going down. Horizontal shift, those are the numbers that we're looking at. This is telling us that we need to go left 3. Okay, and then the last one, the vertical shift, that's telling us that we are going to go up 8. So my vertical shift, or horizontal, I go left 3, up 8. And now I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to go down 1, over 1, down 3, over 1. And I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other side to get our graph. Okay, and then we just draw the lines. There we go. Okay, so like we said, the domain for quadratic is all real numbers. Okay, for the y, this time y is less than or equal to, it's less than because it's going down, positive 8. Okay? All right, I want you to do number 5. Go ahead and pause the video, and good luck. Okay, and there you go. So remember, the first thing we do is find the vertex. There's no number outside, so that means that it's a 0. All right, when I'm finding the reflection, I'm looking out front. There's no number, so it means it's a positive, so it stays the same. Next is our horizontal shift. I'm looking inside and I take the opposite of that, or I look at my x from the vertex and say -1, so that means I go left 1. And then our vertical shift, that's our number outside or looking at the 0, the y point of the vertex, and it's none. So then we graph. Our domain is all real numbers, and our range is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? Now, if you need extra help or have any questions on this, please come find Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. All right? We know this stuff is hard, so please come and find us. Otherwise, this is Mr. Grice signing off for Algebra Unit 9.3 Notes, Video 2. Thanks for watching.